Cheltenham is here again.
Welcome back to Pitchside. We are live and direct at 5 p.m. here on a Monday. In breaking news,
We don't work that
today,
late, mate. We never work past 2
11:20.
p.m. We do about 3 hours if
You're
you
actually
film.
on holiday this
Yeah,
Yeah, but
I am.
Actually, technically, this is when the video goes out live. In breaking news
Can you hurry up? Because
today,
Cheltenham just start in 24
there
hours.
has been many FA Cup fixtures over the weekend.
Wow, is that
Spurs are
breaking
getting
news?
relegated. There have been Premier League football last week, which we need to catch up on. And of course, as Tom, my colleague over there, did mention, Cheltenham Festival does start this week. Over to our sports and horses correspondent, Tom Garratt, coming at you live from Cheltenham.
What?
Coming in you live at Cheltenham. At Cheltenham.
You're so handsome today.
Every time Will gives us his paper, it does feel like we're on the news desk.
Only for you. Only for you.
Well, have a go, practice it, have a go.
talks
does
I've
feel-
held paper in my hands
nice,
before. There's
it's
no
nice.
obligation
Like, how
to do
often
that.
do we actually use paper in modern society?
More now because Will's prepared.
Do you know what I mean? Though?
Oh, I've got loads of paper.
Today's episode is brought to you by our friends over at Dabble, the social sports book, shaking things up here in the UK. Now, with Cheltenham Festival here, there is no better time to get involved. And if you download Dabble and use the promo code PitchSide, you can bet £10 and get £10 in free bets. It's as simple as that. Put a tenner on any Cheltenham race, whether it's the Champion Hurdle, the Queen Mother Champion Chase, or you're backing a big price outsider in the handicaps. Dabble will give you another £10 in free bets to use during the festival. And the best bit is all happening inside a proper social app. You can see what other people are backing for each race, follow tipsters and creators, copy bets with one tap, and jump into banter rooms to debate the going, the odds, and which favourite is about to let everyone down. It genuinely feels like a social experience, not staring at a betting slip on your own. So if you're getting involved at Cheltenham this week, have a dabble. Download Dabble, enter the promo code PitchSide, bet £10 and get £10 in free bets, and get stuck into the festival. 18 plus, new customers only. T&Cs apply. Please gamble responsibly at gambleaware.org. Everyone watch the FA Cup over the weekend?
Yep. Not
I
all
only
the
saw
games.
2 games.
No, yeah.
Oh,
I was watching the Albion, mate. There was a massive
Said
game.
not all the game.
Oh,
There was a massive game at Bramall Lane that I had to watch.
didn't you win?
We drew 1-1. Big point.
That is a big point.
We actually played all right.
There's
I
hope.
think they
The
heard
relegation-
I think they heard my speech.
You tell me there's
Leicester
hope.
drew as well, didn't they?
No.
Is it-
Yeah, they did. But they should have lost. Like I can't believe Leicester got a point.
And
Oxford won on
Oxford won.
Friday, which
Can I
is
ask-
killed us.
Why are Leicester so bad?
They're not that bad.
But I swear they got better players
They've
than they
had 6 points
deduction.
deduction as well.
Well, the problem is, when you see it with Spurs, like once these top players or whatever in that league, once the rot starts, it's very hard to stop because I do think football is such a confidence
It is.
Momentum.
sport and momentum.
Indeed.
I think it's massive and Leicester are shit.
Well, Leicester won the league.
Do you think
didn't they?
Leicester and you will go down? Or do you think it'll be?
I think Leicester will stay up.
And you will go down with someone else?
Yeah.
Someone else.
That would
Keeping up with it.
be pretty horrible for you there, Tom.
I've given up.
At least you'll be able to see more grounds.
True. But Cheltenham's on. You're not ruining my mood. It's Cheltenham.
Okay, so it is Cheltenham Festival, and it has been the FA Cup this weekend. Arsenal have progressed through against Mansfield Town.
Yay.
2-1. Did you guys watch the game?
Yes. Sorry, no, I saw 3 games then because I watched it.
Yeah.
I was at the zoo.
Mansfield.
Oh, you went home?
What, really?
I was seeing monkeys.
You went home?
It was
Preparing for
it was actually quite a historic tie.
How so, Theo?
Obviously, Nigel Clough was in charge.
Okay.
But yeah, where's the?
Where's the history?
Keep the flow going, man.
Basically, there is some history about how, like, obviously his dad, last time, like, Arsenal played Mansfield or something, his dad was, I don't know, there was some history that I learned about on commentary.
I don't think Brian Clough's ever managed Mansfield.
No, but there was
Against
something to do with,
Arsenal.
like, the last time Arsenal, like, got knocked out to, like, a League One side or something, Brian Clough was,
It was
like,
his dad.
his dad was in charge or something.
There is more history though.
There is
because of
more
Max
history.
Dowman.
There is more history. Yeah, Max Dowman obviously playing the youngest ever player to feature in the FA Cup. Marley Salmon obviously started as well.
He was crap.
I actually thought, you know, the goal we considered, I actually thought it was more Mosquera's fault. I think
was both.
obviously Salmon did play it short, but Mosquera could have gone in.
Yeah.
He dropped off too quick for that back pass. Do you not think?
Yeah, but then if he'd have missed the challenge, he's
it's
done, innit?
red, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know about
He
that.
had.
Yeah.
He made the smart decision, really.
It's a well-taken goal, to be fair.
He did
It was
quite
a big moment for Mansfield. That was a pretty cool moment for their fans as well. Madueke, obviously,
Good finish.
good finish.
His
You're doing...
level.
Very well.
Found his level.
How do you feel about Arteta getting like rage baited by some of the reporters. I've seen Arsenal fans complaining about the press. Basically, they said, "Why do you play proper football in these games?" Do you feel like you play proper football in these games?
I don't really give a fuck.
We've had this discussion before. I think Arteta just plays.
I find it.
ahead of him,
I thought it was quite a rude question, actually. I feel like the reporters. It's actually a
You're
bit.
on Arteta's side.
In terms of like, I don't think he asked a question like that
when
to
you
Pep.
come round to the fact that Arsenal win the
No,
quadruple, you might actually agree with Mikel Arteta.
It actually is like.
It's
actually quite rude to we give him stick on here, but it's like an actual professional reporter.
It's lazy
going,
journalism.
Yeah, how come you're playing like proper football? It is something we'd see on pitch side.
Did you see Martinez on? I think it was on Sick to Football, wasn't he? He was talking about like how how in the UK and Britain right now, like Arsenal getting all this like they are the best team. And rightfully so, they're at the top of all the things, but they're getting all this shit like, they only play fucking Stoke City football and all this and that. But actually, outside of England, in Europe, Arsenal are considered by many just be like they're blowing everyone out of the water, playing the best football.
Teams that allow
it's quite interesting how like where you are, certain sort of.
They obviously don't watch Arsenal a lot then because you don't play the best football. You're capable of it, but you don't.
It's horses for courses a lot.
Arsenal don't play better football than Man United or City.
No, but we are more successful this season.
Do you think?
This season, well.
How are you more successful? You haven't done
no, but
anything.
I'm talking
You
about
haven't
this
had any
season.
success.
Yeah, no, but you can't say
but we're having a better season.
Yes.
So it's a more successful season so far.
You didn't say so far,
You
previously.
didn't say that though.
You know what I mean? You're being pedantic here. Arsenal having a more success this season. I know we haven't won any trophies yet,
but
we're having a better season. But Tom, success is winning
in
football matches, and we've won more football matches, so we're having more success this season.
But I would still say if you get to the final and don't win trophies, whatever, like you get to the final, it still isn't more successful.
Pardon? We're not talking about the final yet. I'm talking
He's talking about the present moment.
he
you
is
can only
right.
go
I'm living
off
in the
what
now.
is currently
He
happening.
is right.
It's like when you said
I was just trying to be
Newcastle
annoying.
weren't in free fall, and then you're just going to lose every game between the now.
Just like how your domestic double you won.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. By the way, can we get on to that?
We came close.
So
Oh, you did not come close.
We are going to talk about the Man City game, so we can do that.
yeah, we'll get on to that.
Respect to Mansfield, they actually played well against us.
Yeah.
Really quickly, I was going to ask, say you win the title, win the Champions League, whatever, have a great season. Do you think he will stick to his sort of attritional
I've
style?
seen this sort of
or do you
storyline,
think
Will.
he will go, let's be attacking now, it's off my shoulders?
You must have seen the same thing as I did. Everyone was saying like,
Yeah, it's been.
is he playing this way because he's learned his lessons and actually this season that may be the way to win the title,
100%.
playing like this, and actually next season because we've won the title and the pressure's sort of relieved, will he then revert back to maybe more attacking football?
Arsenal have
think
been.
so, possibly.
I
But I
think
don't know.
it will.
because
Also-
I don't think
if
so. I
it-
think
if it works, it works.
if that's what wins you here, I don't think
And
it'll
actually,
change.
are we not seeing more of
Arsenal
a
have been scrutinised in previous seasons for being too soft and playing really nice, expansive
now-
football.
yeah.
And now because there's a bit of dog in the team, people are going, "Oh my god!"
No, I do agree with that. And like,
that is football. But do you not think?
I must admit, like the weekend when it was getting towards the end, and like Mansfield were pumping balls forward, I was like, well, they're just not going to score because Arsenal just won't. It's not like
Clean it up every
they're not a
time.
typical Prem team where the lower league sides can like bully them or they're actually the bullies.
Yeah.
So you have kind of become
do you think as well? You know
a
how
bit indestructible in that sense.
Do you know how obviously Pep and Man City changed football when everyone started wanting to play out the back and whatnot? Do you think that, say Arsenal go on to win the league, playing the football we're playing at the moment, do you think that next season you'll see...
We've already seen it.
You've already seen it this season, that of corners, throw-ins. Do you think football is actually changing?
It's already
Football-
this
football always
season.
does.
It's
crazy.
constantly
Always
going through
evolves.
cycles, but do you think
Yeah.
this is
Football's
now
like
the cycle
fashion.
we're
Yeah,
in?
we're just back in the direct. I reckon next year you'll see a lot more two up front. I think
You back the teams that are winning, right?
4-4-2.
Try and copy. Yeah, emulate what is the winning formation.
It's happened throughout the history of the football.
Yeah, true that.
It's like
It's like Chino's coming back every 15
No,
years.
that's just
no,
you.
that's just you, mate.
and monkey fashion.
Oh, you can't talk about backside
Yeah,
on
but
pitch
we
side,
can-
mate. That's not
Yeah,
how it works
that's
around here.
like a break in the fourth wall, mate.
Eze scored, which is good.
Great goal.
Really good
Yeah,
goal.
really well taken
He's a
goal.
fucking shit pinger. He hit that ball so hard.
It's so
Oh, right,
powerful.
sorry, I
Yeah,
thought- I
yeah, I
thought
don't
that
know what
was
shit pinger means,
Yeah,
but he
I-
did smacky wacky
Had to
doo
translate that because I didn't really understand what that meant.
Did you know Mansfield racked up the highest
Pardon?
XG against Arsenal this season? I think that is correct. It was like 2.4.
What? Really?
Yeah.
They had the most shots in a half that Arsenal faced all season in the
Yeah.
first half. 11 shots.
Just fucking strike it.
Yeah, they
that's-
racked
that's
over
sort-
2 XG against Arsenal.
Yeah, which is over 2 XG more than you got against Brighton.
And we
Like-
still won.
Dude, we
Yeah, but
should,
still
Yeah,
picking
still
up
win.
points. So.
we should ask about that. Hertzler,
Oh, fucking
came
cry
out
more,
saying
mate.
only one team wanted to play
Oh,
football.
like, cry more.
Yeah,
Get over
like-
it. You fucking lost.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. If I was an Arsenal fan, that Hurtzler, that would feed me.
Yeah,
for ages. Like, honestly, like there'll be
wow.
like, look, like even me complaining would feed me. Like, if I was an Arsenal fan, I'd be like, fucking tough shit. Deal with it. Like, it's
you're a
absolute.
badass.
I am
You're
kind of, I'm kind of crazy sometimes, guys. But like, it's like, oh, when the other manager's crying his eyes out, it's like, oh, you just don't know what. Yeah, we're playing
I
shit
actually
football
saw-
and you still can't beat us.
You know, he actually saw tears coming out of his eyes at one point.
It's mint.
We've
That's
made
crazy.
a
But I agree
Premier
with
League
them.
manager feel totally helpless.
But I agree with them.
It's unreal. You
Just get
agree?
better at
I
football
agree
then?
with them.
Well,
But if I
mate,
was an
get
Arsenal
better.
fan, I'd fucking love it.
Right.
Yeah, you should embrace just being everyone hating you.
I think
'Cause
Yeah,
we
well, I
do.
mean, if we keep winning, it's quite an easy
No,
thing
you
to
don't.
embrace, isn't it?
You cry about it. a
No,
lot.
I think Arsenal fans actually care about like
Yeah.
it's always. I always see them making everything about
Yeah,
them.
but
It's like
it's getting to a
crazy.
stage where people just moan about anything that Arsenal do.
Yeah.
That is-
Whether or not it's a good thing or a bad thing.
That is true, to be fair.
Like Gyökeres starts scoring goals. Yeah, but they're not brilliant
No, but
goals,
you-
are they?
you
start scoring from outside the box. Yeah, but
No,
it's
but
not
you
from
s-
40 yards.
You stick your
Start
nose
scoring
into
most,
other.
most open play goals this season. Nah, but
You stick
not
your nose
enough.
into other people's business, though. Like the stuff that happens in other games. I think I've seen Rory
We
retweet
do?
it, and then it's like they retweet it. Yeah, no, but he's CEO of your fan base. They retweet it and says, "If I speak," as if
He
like
is.
if it was Arsenal, everyone would be talking about it. It's not about you. We're talking about Arsenal now because you brought yourself into this conversation.
does have a point,
main
though.
character syndrome
On
Arsenal.
everything, any bad decision in
Arsenal
another
fans.
game, they
Yeah.
bring themselves into it.
No, I do think
We'll
a
be
lot.
the main character
a
at
lot,
the end of the season when we lift the trophy, am I right?
Honestly, I think people.
a lot of
talk
football
about someone
fans
else.
do that though. A lot.
Yeah.
You
think
have,
I
to, make
hate
it,
it.
you have to
Like
make
that.
it relevant to your own supporting of the club, don't
I
you?
don't think you do that.
But if you're
I genuinely
said
don't
you-
do that.
You've done it with Spurs. You've said, oh, it's the same situation at West Brom, mate.
No,
All these
no,
players
that-
don't
You
wanna-
literally did do that.
Hang on, that's a relevant.
that's a comparison.
That's a
It's not.
comparison of how shit
It's
we
not.
both are.
It's not
in-
him.
Yeah, making it about
Yeah,
you.
but- yeah,
Yeah, no,
it's
the Arsenal
not,
one
though.
is like if that
Why
happened
did you
to
say
us,
about
the reaction
Burnley
would
then?
be worse.
Because it's not the same. that's how he's standing.
Yeah.
Do you not understand the comparison?
You're saying that West Brom players should be good enough to stay up in the
No,
championship.
no. So you haven't listened to what I've said at all. I think we deserve to go down. The same way I think Spurs deserve to go down. I think Spurs have been one of the 3 worst teams this season, as have we. But I think outsiders looking in think they shouldn't. They should be too good to go down. They're too big of a club to go down.
Are you then comparing West Brom to that as well? Are you saying
in
West
that,
Brom are too good?
in our, no. I think people think that, but we're not.
I get what you're saying.
We are definitely bad enough to go down.
So, well, I think we should discuss this now, actually, Lewis.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Yeah,
Tottenham Hotspur.
indeed.
Now, obviously, Tom, a matter of a few weeks ago, actually, I seem to remember you having a go at me and Lewis for suggesting that Spurs might go down, saying they're not going to go down, though, are they? This is not possible.
Yeah.
It's not going to go down, no.
I actually, interesting enough, he mentioned about
They
momentum.
still-
He
they
actually,
still might not.
actually,
They still
let me
might
say
not.
something.
No, you said
I
no
still-
way.
Can
There's
I
no
just-
way to
can I
go
just-
down.
I actually today Tom made a great point about momentum of teams, and it's
Yeah.
weird because
That's mine.
I remember getting shouted at by Tom
Yeah.
for talking about the momentum of like West Ham compared
Yep.
to Tottenham, and so it's good to see that he's came around to that right now. I think.
Yeah.
He's still wearing the same clothes, by the way. The same.
Oh my
outfit.
God! It's fucking exactly the same. Jesus, mate.
I'm repping concept.
You want the hat as well.
And then there I was yesterday, actually, I think it was, Tom. And I was scrolling through TikTok.
No.
I was scrolling through TikTok, and
Okay.
a certain TikTok of yours came up, actually.
I'm a big fan of them.
Yeah, obviously after the argument we had where he said, "No, why Tottenham got down?"
We were really stupid in that.
You lot are
argument.
so stupid.
Yeah, we were dumb.
Very stupid. Let me just play
Yeah.
the TikTok a second here, guys.
But I think everyone knows by now I'm a bit of a secret Spurs lover. Well, I like Spurs.
Okay.
They're probably my favourite team in the Prem.
Good ad this one.
However, them going down, which is now that is likely.
I was likely.
Very likely.
I was likely.
It's like, everyone keeps saying
Wait a second.
they're
Wait.
too good to go down, but they're not.
They're not
They
too-
can't win a game.
Oh my God. Wait.
that sounds like-
That's what we said.
Hang on a sec. You think it's likely to go down?
Wait,
now?
is he regurgitating what we say on this show and then making his own opinions on his TikTok?
Tom Garratt, I'd like to ask you a
That's
question.
interesting.
Do you think Spurs could go
Interesting.
down? Is it a yes or no? Because in 2 weeks,
always
obviously, a
said
lot,
they
has,
could.
a lot has changed in 2 weeks.
I've always
obviously.
said
You
they could.
outwardly
have
laughed
you?
at
Oh, you
us.
said they could go down.
Yeah.
You called us
Oh, really?
idiots.
I
Every name under the sun.
I didn't think that. That's not true.
Yes, he did.
I didn't.
You did.
I
You
said.
just
I said. I don't think they will go down.
No,
You,
you
called
called
us
us idiots.
imbeciles. You
said-
said
you
they're
said
not
that's
going
a
to
fair
go down. I was
comment.
talking about.
That was nothing to do with.
I was
It's not
talking.
related to the football.
I was talking about momentum and
So-
everything, and you've went and stolen all our opinions
So
and uploaded
You're doing
a
it again.
TikTok.
No, you've gone too early.
Yeah, they might still.
No.
You should have waited for them to
No,
go down.
that's not what's happening here, Tom. That's
'Cause
not
they're going down.
because we suggested 2 weeks ago that Spurs could go down. Okay,
Only 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. And you
No,
said
no, no.
they're not going down, and then 2 weeks later, you've then agreed with us by saying, "Oh, they likely could
Should
go
we clear
down."
up what happened?
Yeah, but
So
a lot
what do you
happens in
thi-
2 weeks, doesn't it?
Oh, so what do you?
Do you not think a
think's
lot
happened?
does happen in
Oh,
2
well, they've
weeks?
lost
Well, your
more games,
opinion
like
changes
we
a lot
said.
in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
clearly.
They still haven't won. Like
Yes,
we
we
said.
said.
Yeah.
I thought they'd beat Palace.
They didn't.
So,
Precisely.
so we
Yeah.
the idiots, or you
So
the
would
idiot?
you? Oh, we'll give
I'm
the-
an idiot for
we'll
sure.
give you the
You're-
floor.
you're
would
always
you
an
like?
idiot.
Would you like to apologise?
No.
I'd like to see
What
the clip.
happens? Right, just to play the middleman, shock. What happens if Spurs do stay up though?
Well, it doesn't matter because
It's
he's
fine.
agreed
He's
with us.
already swapped sides.
Oh,
in
this
2
is
weeks.
just on the
Swap
basis
sides.
that there's a
Yeah, he's already
likelihood.
Yeah, he's
swap
got us
sides.
idiots.
Correct.
Well, let's
suggesting.
see the clip.
Forest are going down. Just
Mate,
FYI.
for
just-
dare to
just
believe
like-
in. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, let's see the what was actually said.
There's no.
Yeah.
There's an asterisk.
Is Igor Tudor the guy to?
Well,
keep him
nobody
up?
knows that, but we
Has he been
keep saying
sacked?
that surely they're too good to go down. Are they?
Yeah, they're not going to go down.
They might.
Are
Go
Spurs
down.
too good to go down?
Good.
Of course they could.
They have a lot of injuries, man.
I think they are.
They
yeah.
got 12 first-team injuries.
Yeah, they could.
Long term.
Yeah, but they could. But I don't think That's they right. will.
Oh.
So I did say they
Yeah.
could.
This isn't the right clip.
This
if
is
we
the wrong
start-
So
clip.
everything
the
you
wrong
just
clip.
said is
the wrong clip.
bullshit.
No, because we all remember the argument. This is the wrong clip.
I've literally said.
This is the wrong clip.
I've literally
found
said they could go down. I don't think they will.
Someone's gonna have to
Is that
find the right clip.
No,
that's not the right clip.
no. So do you want to apologise
No,
for
it's-
lying?
No,
It's the
because
wrong
we all
clip.
know
It's
we
the
were
wrong
on the
clip.
show.
Lying and
It's the wrong
gaslighting.
clip.
We were on the show. We all remember the
We'll
argument.
find the right clip.
What clip?
Where you were shouting at us. That's
I don't
obviously
think
not the
that
right one.
happened.
It did.
It did happen.
It might have happened later on in the show, actually.
Oh, right. So
But
more-
look, ultimately,
more
Oh, well,
lying
well,
and
that was a bit-
gaslighting from Theo and Lucas.
no, ultimately,
We just give up on the clip.
ultimately, it's just more proof that you flip-flop your ideas every
Is
2
it?
weeks. Yes.
Is it? Or
Well,
is that, have I
you said they're
maintained
not
that?
gonna
We
go
should
down.
we should pull it up now. It's
I
only
said
from a
they
week ago.
could, but I don't think they will.
I know you said they will.
I actually don't know anymore.
Anyways,
The debate you were having at the time was Tom was saying, why does everybody think West Ham are this good? They're never going to catch Spurs. That
It
was
wasn't
the
about
argument.
I don't
them
think
being
West Ham are
this
gonna
good.
get
It was about
relegated.
points on the board. That's
Yeah, yeah.
like
they're now 1
they're
point behind Spurs.
Yeah,
Thoughts?
it's a huge win at Fulham, mate. Huge.
Can Wolves stay up?
Well, according to Will, who did a drunk tally of the points, you're actually going to survive.
Yeah, we are. That was before West Ham and Forest picked up points, though. So
And what I will say though, you actually might not finish last.
I don't think we will.
That is an achievement in itself.
Is it?
Is
it?
If you
But
take,
people were talking about they're going to break Derby's record.
fairly long-standing Premier League team getting relegated in 19.
Wow.
if you take,
When's the parade?
if you take the last 4 games in the Premier League into
Gotta
account,
stop
we're
doing
third
this.
in the
Yeah, if
table.
we
gotta
take
stop
the
doing
last
this.
half an hour, then Wolves are unbeaten.
You have got Leeds and West Ham in the next 3 though.
Away, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is a big one for you. Obviously, moving back onto the FA Cup.
Yeah, because that was a bit of a fail.
No, it wasn't though, was
That
it?
was a bit cringe
It's
on it.
funny how you flip-flop your
You're
ideas
so
constantly.
excited to
Flip-flop
like,
your
try
ideas
and
constantly.
do
Also, do you
me.
remember when you had a go at me? Actually, you all had a
You don't
go at
like
me
being
suggesting
caught out.
that
You do that
Bournemouth,
face.
might
wasn't
finish
caught
ninth
You
out.
start
at the end of the
gaslighting,
season,
saying
mate.
it's embarrassing.
That wasn't cool either. You,
Well, no, he hasn't
Okay,
showed
right.
the
You
specific
stop the
clip.
count,
He
guys.
hasn't showed the
Brent,
specific
what got
clip.
your-
What we
I'll
said, you
maintain the
said, you
same.
did say.
I said they could go down, but I don't think they will.
What have you
skipped-
seen at Bournemouth that makes you think they'll turn their season around and finish 9th?
They are 1 point off like 14th.
They're
or
9th.
whatever it is.
They're 9th. Stop the count.
Yeah, the
I mean,
bomb. That
Newcastle-
bomb. I told you
Newcastle
you're too
anyway,
early in the
Newcastle
Bournemouth
are
one.
1 point behind.
Anyways,
them.
guys,
The
we're
Bournemouth
missing
one's
them.
not
We're
ready.
missing the fact that Newcastle United lost 3-1 to Manchester City.
And lucky on the domestic double.
And their
mate,
domestic
it's fine.
double is
Got the
officially
Champions League.
over.
We've got the
It's
Champions League.
That's
though.
not a domestic double.
By tomorrow night, it could be just like
Oh yeah.
GG.
Tomorrow night is the end of our football season, and we
Yeah,
can
we
just
Two
just
weeks
put
ago,
them off
2
the
weeks ago,
table.
you said we're having a great season.
Yeah, well, no. I like to. I didn't say that. I said
You did.
You're
You said
leaving
at
out.
this point,
You're
we're in
leaving
every
out.
game.
You're leaving out the key moment where I said, but in 3 weeks' time, we could be talking about how it's all shit.
And we
Could-
said
oh.
that will happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I said that conversation had to happen when it went all
Yeah,
to
but
shit.
unfortunately,
Well, we're having it now.
it was inevitable.
Well, we're
Neil.
still in the
It's going
Champions
late.
League as of right now.
So thoughts?
I mean, fucking lost to City. It is what it
mighty
is,
Man
isn't
City.
it?
The mighty
I
Man
mean,
City.
do you know,
Mark Moosh's
here's a
record
fact.
against
If
you is
we
insane,
if
by
we
the way.
went through a little fact, if we
7-5.
went through against Man City, we would have been the first team in the FA Cup this century to beat 3 Premier League teams.
But you're not though.
Because we are. Yeah, no. Well, the draw's a bit harsh.
If we'd
like,
have
innit?
won the FA Cup,
we
we'd have been.
We went through. Who was it?
We would
went
have been
through
the champions of the FA Cup.
I think we had Forest or Bournemouth, and I think it was Forest, and then Aston Villa, City, and it's like
Yeah, but
people
you're-
think
you're-
Port
wait,
Vale,
sorry,
and you
Lewis,
think Mansfield.
Lewis,
It's a bit
you-
rough, wise.
Sorry, are you telling about Arsenal's draw?
You're talking as if it's like a giant killing every time you go through. You're one of the biggest teams in the Premier League.
Yeah, no, but I feel like it's relevant. Like
Also,
we got knocked out by Man City,
Lewis,
like who are one of the favourites.
They are unfortunately the second best team.
We beat 2 Premier League teams to get to this point
you
where
shouldn't
people are still playing like League One
Luke,
teams.
you mentioned Arsenal playing Mansfield like as if like we got a favourable draw, which you did. But have you not seen the last 10 years of Arsenal's draws? It's how the FA Cup. It's just the luck of the draw.
No, I agree. I'm just adding context. Like we did go out to Man City. I mean,
Well, they
it
made
is what it
10
is.
changes. You made your first team.
Yeah, that 10 changes. If we want to look at the starting lineup, fuck me.
You played their
unreal.
second team.
Yeah, I mean, it's Man City. We were good for 30 minutes, and then we were shit.
Credits to Harvey Barnes' goal was really good.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was well taken.
I'm willing for us to stop this full Armada experiment.
Is it a worry that Newcastle can't beat a second-string City team?
I mean, I feel that's a silly argument. It's second-string City team still better than us.
Yeah.
Like that's you forcing a silly agenda there, Theo.
I was just reading the prep.
Oh yeah, sure.
That's literally what it says.
Yeah, sure. I mean, they're just better than us in every single way, aren't they?
Not only
Except for 30
best
minutes
chance of silverware, but also their best route.
but you said you'd win.
We were so good for 30 minutes, and I don't know if it's tiredness or what. We just fell off a cliff. Well, okay. Out of your expert opinion, why did we fall off after 30 minutes?
I think you need to stop clinging on to like we were good for 30 minutes every game. Just like the game's not played in 30
watch the
minutes.
game?
It's a played in night. I did watch the game. Yeah.
Who do you think was
no? 30 minutes, but your manager needs to find a way of allowing your football team.
Who do you think was on top in the first 30 minutes? Who do you think was on top?
It doesn't really matter.
It was relevant to what I said. We were really good for 30 minutes, then fell off.
Yeah, but Lou, what I'm saying is the game is 90 minutes.
No.
It's all well and good being good for 30 minutes.
Yeah, I
but
agree.
as a football team, if you want to
changing
progress
the
as a
argument.
football team, you need to play good for 90 plus minutes.
Yes. But what I said is, Theo, we were really good for 30 minutes, but I don't know why.
Do you want a trophy for that? What do you want?
Can I finish? Can I finish, Theo? You get like this when you don't want to answer my question. We were good for 30 minutes, yes, and I said I don't know why we fall off because it's
that's a
I don't know whether
issue.
Can I finish? It's just either
It's usually him,
tiredness
by the way. I wanna
or
watch
it's either tiredness or whatever. But you rolled your eyes.
It's
and went,
not tiredness.
Okay, you rolled your eyes, went a tiredness. So why do you think it is that
It's
we
not
fell off after
tiredness.
30 minutes?
I think
Okay,
maybe
why?
tactically you might be inept a little bit. And
What tactical changes did they make?
I don't know. I'm not the manager of Newcastle United. I'm not qualified to answer that question.
No, so how? No, but how come Newcastle was so tactically on top
Well, it
in
can't
that
be
first
fitness.
30
It can't
minutes?
be fitness because
in
they're
that first,
professional footballers and you can't be tired after 30 minutes. I'm sorry, that's not an
you can
excuse.
if you have the amount of
That's
games
not
that
an
are playing
excuse.
with the injuries. Okay, so it's
That can't be an- do
So
you think that's an excuse?
what did Pep change?
Do you think
What did Pep change? Theo, after
do you
the
think
30
it's
minute mark?
acceptable for a footballer to be tired after 30 minutes of football?
Okay, no, if it's not fitness, that's fine. What did Pep change?
I don't know. I just don't think your players are good enough.
So for 30 minutes
think
they
you-
were
I
really
think-
good, and then all of a sudden they stopped being good enough.
No, because there's like Mansfield then better than Arsenal. No, but they put up a fight because you got heart and soul in
No,
the
there's a
football club
difference.
as well.
There's a difference because we
Do you
were
see what I'm saying?
we were dominating possession. We had 8 shots on target and 8 shots on goal, 3 on
but
target.
why
Whilst
did
they
you do
had
it?
they had no shots on target
know-
by the 30th minute.
Yeah, but City do,
Do you
that
not
a lot.
just
Like,
think they
That's what I'm
worked
saying,
you
but
out a bit?
they
did it
allow
with
you to have a
Leeds,
bit of
they'd like-
control.
yeah.
But what I'm saying, for me, it's like I don't know why we fall off. I do think it's a mixture of tiredness and match momentum, but you automatically went pfft with the tiredness and have
I
no
think it's
sort
such
of
a cheap
solution.
thing to say for a Premier League
I think
football
it's-
club to be tired after 30
agree.
minutes.
It really annoys me. The
Like,
tiredness
these are professional
argument.
elite footballers,
think
the
it's-
fittest people on the planet.
Yeah.
You said 30 minutes, they're fucking tired, so they stop playing
I
football.
never said that was the sole reason. I actually said I don't know why. I don't know if it's tiredness or whatever. But I think it's a cheap argument for you to go. I just don't think.
Well, I think it's a
How's
cheaper
good
argument.
enough.
They
I
did
feel like
just
that's
work you out a
you
bit,
haven't
didn't
actually
they?
got anything to back
I
up
think Tom's
why.
right. I think City are usually the team that sort of sits back in the first half and then second half they just absolutely punish you.
They go through spells of allowing. They don't mind teams having a little bit of control. It's almost like to lull you into
A false sense of security.
Yeah, a little bit. I think.
Pep just I watched him, he just completely out tacticked Eddie Howe. Like you had Burn, Barnes, Gordon, Hall, just all moving around, and they were just
Which is
being
no
like,
shame.
That
He
answers
does it
your
to
tactic.
everyone.
I mean,
and I just think Howe couldn't like. keep up.
Their like front four is so like fluid at the minute. City.
I'd argue we were actually tactically really good initially, like because we were punishing
we
them.
know that.
We were
You were
punishing
winning
them
the game.
really. We were punishing them really well down the left because obviously they pushed Nunes way up. So every time it was Harvey Barnes getting in behind and Hall getting in behind because there was so much space there.
the
But
issue-
it's just
the
when it
issue
came
got,
into
Lou,
later on in the game, we couldn't. We just
But that's my
couldn't
issue.
get
I'm
on the
saying is
ball
that
and
you
string the
said
passes
you were
together.
tactically really good initially, say for the first 30 minutes, but you need to be tactically good for 90 minutes.
I agree.
That's why your management need to sort your shit out.
But still,
Do you see what I'm saying?
but I'm saying
That's a
that's
fair point.
I'm
Do you
saying
think?
that's
Do you
not
think
really.
it's a fair point?
I feel like it's a hollow point because you're not really pinpointing anything. Like you
Well,
said,
we'll
he has to
just mention-
tactically be better. It's like
We'll just mention the tactics just then.
Yeah, so what? So you're just...
I'm saying...
What's your point?
I'm saying it's all well and good being tactically all right for 30 minutes.
I agree.
But your manager, Eddie Howe, needs to find a way. I don't know how to do it, but he needs to find a way because seems to be a recurring theme for you.
But do you not think it's like that? It's a difficult thing to suggest that when it's like he has less weapons in his arsenal to Pep when in terms of the players. We can't respond as well.
The game was already kind of dead by the time you made changes.
In fairness to Lewis, it was the worst starting with Asula, Willick. None of these teams would get anywhere near Man City's second string.
Yeah.
But also, on contrary to that, Will, in the first 30 minutes, you've proven that you could.
No,
maybe.
But I feel like it's a silly argument saying tactically Howe's not good enough. When we went to a Man United, we absolutely slapped them about with 10 men. Tactically, we were absolutely spot on that game against a Man United who were unbeaten under Garratt. And then we brought that into the start of this game. So just to say, he just needs to tactically get better. It's like he's against a Man City, the best manager in the world, and some of the best players in the world. It's a bit.
I think Pep Guardiola is just way more adaptable than Mark.
Oh yeah,
but also this isn't a one-off
game issue. He also
has
like the players to be really flexible as
well.
But
it's not a one-off game issue, Lou. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying because where are you sat in the league right now?
Low.
Do you know what I mean? So there clearly is an issue that.
Yeah, but
you are lower down in the league. You're out the domestic cups. So you're obviously not as good. But why is that the reason? Maybe
we're a team who can't handle the. We can't.
St James's Park is normally known for the
We can't handle the amount of games. We can't handle the amount of games. But clearly, that's why when we get knocked out of everything, which is happening very shortly, unless we pull off something against Barca,
Premier League season will kick on.
Yeah, we'll pick up points and we'll end up in the top half. But it's like it's not. It's
too little, too late.
We're really good when we play one game a week.
But if you're going to be a Newcastle United superpower, you can't do that.
And it's also about retaining the players. There's rumours about everyone leaving. If we start selling these big players, it's actually huge steps back.
Who's rumoured to leave?
Tonali.
Livramenta's gone. He's so gone.
Anyone else?
Bruno G's been linked to Man United, hasn't he?
No, he's there for life.
He's a Jordan.
Bruno G won't leave. I'm scared. I hope Lewis Hall. I tell you what, Lewis Hall bar one little mistake. He was brilliant.
What's going on with
Would you put your life on Bruno G not leaving?
No, I won't put my life on anything. That would be a very risky thing to do.
What's going on with Altamada?
That's fun.
Fucking hell. Well, we clearly work way better as a team when someone has the ability to press, and we need a creative player in that position, which he can be, but he's not midfielder. He can't track. He can't. If you're a player with any technical ability, like Man City have everyone, you see Altamada trying to stop you. It's the easiest fucking day of your life to just get past him. So,
who's that?
But we haven't got a solution for that position.
Man United have already worked with Bruno's agent, who was also Cunha's agent. Ooh, so they've already struck a relationship.
Is that like a Casemiro kind of fill in there?
Could be a Casemiro replacement, direct.
95 million.
I don't think Bruno will leave. Ooh. I feel like, but it's like this thing you say, there'll be every single transfer window with Newcastle. There's always, because we're a team who's not at the very top with really good players. There's always, every single player is always linked. So.
No Europe. Mid-table in the Premier League.
I'm not worried about recruitment, really.
I'd be more worried about the players you lose.
There is
honestly, if they don't want to be there, they can fuck off.
There are concerns within the Newcastle United hierarchy.
They can pull the finger out the arse.
What would you say, Will?
There are concerns within the Newcastle United hierarchy that the same thing that happened to Isak could happen to Bruno this summer.
Oh, no.
I don't know why we're reading this.
Become a selling club again.
I'm not seeing it from any of my sources inside the club.
He's basically a Brazilian Geordie,
He's not going to leave. He's not.
Built in the culture.
I don't think you'll find any Newcastle fan who thinks Bruno will leave. I'll happily say everyone else could easily go.
It doesn't matter what the fans think.
All you're doing right now is just building up for when he leaves.
Yeah.
Well, if he does, I'll say I was wrong. But
his contract ends in 2028. They're going to offer him a new contract this summer.
Don't get me wrong. I don't want Isak's situation with anyone. If any of them fucking want to leave, go. Half. What's annoying is that Man United performance is sums up where was all that the last fucking half the
United
season?
Liverpool,
and do you know what, they have been a bit piss poor anyways, building up, so it does flatter us a little bit. But it's the effort with 10 men. It's a lot of players out there just don't fucking. If they want to go, just fuck off.
Do you reckon he'll unfollow you?
He doesn't follow me, Anthony Gordon.
Bruno.
Oh, Bruno. Nah, he's staying, man. He'll have a statue.
When you
Would you follow him?
He's not going to leave. He's not going to leave.
Okay.
He's not going to leave.
You don't really believe that, do you?
I've never been more certain in my life.
Another.
He's not going to go. He's just not.
Save the clip. Another thrilling game in the FA Cup, though. Wrexham losing to Chelsea, but it was a good performance from Wrexham, wasn't it? It was an exciting game. They gave it a real good go.
That offside goal's unfortunate, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know why he touches it.
It's going in, isn't
I know. It's in the moment now.
it? It is in the moment.
No, I think it looked to me like
And it looked
going
like it was
in.
tight.
Yeah, in the moment, you can't leave that because he doesn't even know if it's going in, does he?
Is this a concern for Chelsea though? That they just
Nah.
No,
FA Cup,
I mean,
innit? It
they're
happens.
treating it like they're.
You were 2-1 at Mansfield,
final.
like it happened.
It was Wrexham's second team though.
they rested players.
They rested
Tell
him.
you what, friend of the show, Windass, that header, it looked like it was going to go in.
He should have started.
Very very cool game. Very exciting game.
Pretty cool game.
Bit
Man.
of a city red, though, isn't it?
He
That
got
was
caught in the
a
moment.
disgusting tackle. I
Yeah,
can't believe those
he could
people
have broke
actually
his leg. He
defending
could have
that. It
broke
was
his
fucking
leg.
disgusting. I know it's Garnacho and people don't like him. That was a disgusting challenge.
He-
He's knee height.
Yeah, he just got too engrossed in the occasion, didn't he? He got hyped
No, it
up
was
too
horrible.
much.
No, he's just a dirty bastard.
No, I'm not
Let's
saying
call
it.
it as it is. Like, I don't,
He got. That's why he did it. Though,
he's a
didn't he?
dirty, horrible bastard.
That's
That's
why
what
he
he
did it.
is.
He got too hyped though, didn't
No, he's a dirty bastard.
He was
It's got nothing to do
trying
with-
to take him out.
Yeah.
And I think he probably.
They were going at Garnacho all game. Like he's a dirty.
he? Jesus Christ.
He is. No, let's not feel like he got hyped up. He's horrible. That's an horrible tackle.
No, I know. I'm not denying it's not a horrible tackle, but I'm trying to think of why he ended up doing it.
Everyone gets hyped up and don't tackle people knee height. Theo.
I don't think he was going out just trying to
Is he
fucking
quite
break a leg.
he was trying to hurt him. What? We joke. Get it up.
Is he notorious for that sort of stuff through the season?
Fuck knows, but
Oh, okay, I
no,
thought
he doesn't even start for them. I don't think. Like, mate, he's nowhere near. He's not trying to even win the ball there, in my opinion.
No, I know.
But yeah, it's not like we've all seen it, haven't we? But
Yeah.
But to go back to the game, so I think the calls were actually good.
the what?
All of the refereeing and VAR calls, I thought.
Yeah, there was no massive moments this weekend, was there?
No.
From my recollection.
Strange how that works, isn't it? It's not Premier League and they get everything right.
I wanted to ask is about João Pedro. 18 goals in all comps now. I think it's like 10 in his last 10.
He's got the most goals this year, isn't he? Calendar year in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Has he?
Are we
Yeah.
seeing potentially the best
Yeah, he's
number 9
proved me
ahead of
wrong.
the new season, or one of the best anyway?
I think he always was one of the best, wasn't he? It's just
But he's added
was
more
never
goals
been
to his
prolific,
games
though,
now,
has
he's
he?
isn't
now
he?
getting
yeah.
the goals because
Did you take him over Ekatike though?
what is
Like,
João Pedro-
I don't.
They were talking about him, weren't they? Like, obviously, he's not an out-and-out 9. He's not really an out-and-out 10 either. He's sort of just like a
9.5.
9
He
and a
is
half.
scoring,
Yeah,
like,
right.
He is
nine,
starting
though.
to.
He's
He's starting to play more like a 9.
Clinically, though, isn't he? He's very
That could be the
clinical.
coaching.
Yeah.
He should start up top for Brazil in the World Cup, that's for sure.
He will.
Or will it be Thiago?
No, it'd be Pedro.
What do we think about actually the very controversial Chelsea circle around the centre circle?
That's cringe. Did you not see it?
No.
Second
Mind
half.
games.
The second half, wasn't it? When they came
Yeah,
out?
so like they came out. Do you know when you do your huddles? They did it around the semicircle. It was against Villa, wasn't
It
it?
was around the
All
goal.
of them.
Yeah. It was against Villa, and the Villa players are like, "What the fuck are they doing?"
like a
Like, they get trying to kick. Oh, I don't know. It's just some stupid fucking Will McKenzie stuff in it that he's pulled out.
Will McKenzie.
You really see though, it's working, isn't it?
Yeah. Should we? Every team will start doing that along with the corners.
Huddling around the
Can't
semicircle.
let it go, can he?
No, you just can't.
Literally.
You're just a bitter old man.
Yeah.
I do think though he gets like stuff like that. People are laughing at him and that, but he's doing a good job.
Yeah.
Senior.
He's only lost against Arsenal.
I'm glad he's not like a boring manager because we lost
Like-
Amber and we need someone like that.
And, people laughed at Arteta with the duck
bulb.
and all that shit and the light bulb. But
Chicken and the egg.
bottom line is, whatever he's doing, he's working.
Yeah.
Like, who are we to judge the crazy ones?
Footballing experts, mate.
Footballing fans.
It's
who
a bit
have
like
no-
when you
pundits.
say, when you come up with some fucking crazy conspiracy and you're like, oh, well, they would have laughed at Einstein as well back in the day.
If he said
I never have crazy conspiracies. Mine's pretty
Are
spot
you
on.
saying Liam Rossini's on Einstein's level?
He could be. You never. That
He's a
time,
pretty smart guy.
What he's saying, if
Well,
you don't
he
mind me
has
speaking
respect
for
for
you, is
Yeah.
time will tell.
He could be a genius.
A man of
Wolves-
a generation.
Oh, no, so I watched this game as well. I have seen more games. than I
Liverpool
thought.
won 3-1.
Friend of the show, Rob. Great goal.
It was a really good goal.
Rob.
Up the Rob.
And then
Well done,
assist
Rob.
straight after.
Very similar to the Monday night game where it was a game of two halves. The first half was shocking.
Does this
Second half was pretty fun.
you know how Slot's been playing sort of Kirkers over Rob and Rob sort of being like a second-ish player?
I'd start Robertson.
Yeah, he's only made 2 league starts.
I don't
Is
think
this not
3
showing
months.
he is still capable?
I think it's more. It shows how bad Kirkes has been.
Yeah.
That Robertson is still probably the better one,
Yeah.
and he shouldn't be.
He shouldn't be.
Do you think he sticks around at the end of the season, or is he like,
Rob?
yeah, or does
not
Rob
sure.
think
Maybe.
I'm fucking Rob? I should go play some games.
Part of the coach.
Got
Well,
Scotland.
and
I
moved
think
to
the
Spurs
problem
fell
is you
through,
can't
didn't it?
play 2 games a week. Can you?
He's Rob.
But I'd be starting
He
him.
should join Milner
Personally, he was really good the other day.
Do you think it affects his decision if like Salah, etc., might move away?
If
the leadership team start leaving, surely he might stay.
But then that might be a reason for him to stay, to be a more...
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Him more of an influential player in the changing rooms.
It's an interesting question you've written down here, Will.
Maybe.
Does Slot need to win the FA Cup to keep his job? Or do you think he stays no matter what?
I think they might just give him
I think
Champions League.
Champions League's more important.
If they get Champions League, they'll give him
one win away
leeway.
from top 4. 5. Actually, yeah. It'd be 5th Champions League, right?
Yeah, but you got to remember, that win should have been Wolves.
Yeah. But by the end of the season, we all have
I
them
think
in
a
the top
massive
4,
issue for Liverpool at the minute is the fans have turned. And it takes a lot for Liverpool fans to turn on their manager. They're a bit like Man United. They are very loyal to their managers, I feel. But again, I can't speak for every Liverpool fan, but the general discourse seems to me like they want him gone.
That's rough.
Which
guy that won in the league.
Exactly,
well.
but how long can you live off that?
A lot of them don't like the football anymore. Like the Liverpool normally exciting, aren't they?
We were on about this the other day. Me and Will when we went for a drink.
They've adopted the Arsenal,
and that's what I mean. That's like a lot. Even if they do well, it's like that's not what they expect to be watching, isn't it?
Yeah. We were saying the other day that they were so bad against Wolves, like just so bad to watch as well. Like it's not even like Wolves got lucky or did them on the break or. Liverpool was shocking. Like the whole, they had like a 10-minute spell when they scored and then looked like they were going to get the winner. But that is unacceptable going to Wolves and
absolutely.
Yep.
Even the first half,
regardless of the momentum you had,
even in the first half against us in the FA Cup, it was dire,
shocking.
And I was and then it just took a couple of moments of magic.
That's what I mean. Even the goals they scored weren't even that well worked. They were just like brilliant goals. Like the Curtis Jones one's unreal.
Yeah. That was a great.
What was the third one? I can't remember.
No, the
second one was Salah.
First one was Robertson. The second one was the cross.
Salah was the offside one. Yeah, that was well worked actually.
Salah waits 100 days for a goal, plays Wolves and gets 2. So, but he's got one against Qarabag, one in the league, one in the cup.
Is he back?
Is that important for Liverpool in the back end of the season?
Yeah. If they can get him scoring, but he's doing it against like
Qarabag and Wolves.
They need to play Rio more.
He's class.
He's unreal.
Yeah, he's fucking class.
He's so.
Like, why not?
He will be phased in eventually.
But
another former
why
Chelsea
would you not
player.
just be like, what is there to lose now in the league or so? Like, he's good enough.
Yeah,
he is good enough.
He's not defensively though.
But if you play Robertson,
yeah, I imagine there's a lot
on
of
the left-hand side.
I imagine there's a lot of responsibilities.
You know what I mean?
where
Robertson at his age getting doubled up on 2 teams, tag teams.
Jesus Christ, Rob. Southampton beat Fulham.
Woo!
Yeah.
By the way, Fulham, I'm sorry, they're having such a good season, right? But they have such a good season, and they have such a good team, and the fact that they're rotating their team like this and not going at it in the fucking FA Cup,
9 changes.
What the fuck are you playing? If you're not going to go for the FA Cup now, I actually feel sorry for the fans because you must see that team sheet and be like, well, what are we trying to do?
Yeah.
I think he thought they were going to be good enough to beat Southampton without it.
I think it's just fucking a bit naive.
Tom, like even Arsenal when they played Mansfield and our team was pretty strong. I know we made a few changes.
Was it?
It was pretty strong.
You'd consider that team pretty strong.
Right, if you go through
it was all your second team.
Yeah, but it's against Mansfield.
No. Your second team is obviously strong, but
these are
Southampton. Arteta respects the FA Cup. You look at Calafiori started, Martinelli, Havertz, Madueke, Trossard.
Yeah, but that's because you have a good.
That's just because you've got great.
Also, Mansfield are in League One.
That's because you're a top team.
Southampton hadn't lost in the last 9 games or something.
Exactly.
Marcus
Silva didn't show any respect to the FA Cup.
That is kind of our B team, though.
Yeah.
But there are starters in there, whereas Fulham made 9 changes?
No.
9 changes.
Yeah, no, but you can do that because those all top quality players. You're still good players. Fulham have to accept it's like right. We're gonna have to actually play our strong team.
But I'm saying Fulham should have showed way more respect to this trophy.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, but I think his priority is to try to get them into Europe. Unfortunately, right. His goal at the start of the season with these board members wouldn't be an FA Cup run. It'll be if we can get us in the top 10, finishing 7th or finishing 8th instead of 9th will mean more to the Fulham board than getting to the semi-finals of the FA Cup. Unfortunately, they're not fans.
But do you think
that's how they think of it?
Do you think for his career, getting to an FA Cup final and finishing 10th or finishing 7th and getting knocked out is better? What do you think?
I honestly don't know. I don't
get Europe.
I really don't think it matters that much.
Conference League.
7th does get Europe.
Yeah.
So I mean,
if they get 7th this year, that will mean way more.
But you saw Palace last year won the first ever trophy. Fulham have never won anything.
Yeah.
True.
But I think you look at the teams who are trying to get that 7th spot. Do you really think they're going to get it over Brentford, Everton, or
they have
Bournemouth?
a chance.
I personally think Fulham will finish 7th. Yeah.
Over
I did
Brentford?
again. I did, but then they lost to West Ham.
Over Brentford, really?
Yeah, I don't.
Do you see what I mean? Like,
they're
I think
they're
They're
all
only a point ahead of
inconsistent.
Newcastle.
It could, yeah.
I think they should have taken their chances in the FA Cup.
Race, isn't it?
Theo, as a fan, I completely agree with you. I'd be fuming if I was a Fulham fan, but I'm trying to look at it from his point of view as a manager. He probably, one, thought they'd still be good enough to get it done. Two,
Do you know what?
Two, he's focusing more on the league.
The thing is, I'd argue though, like, because he's not in any other competitions, like they could afford like it's not like he's going to be playing every 3 days. He can afford to go further in this competition, and it won't affect the Premier League.
Match not until Sunday. They had a week's rest.
That's what I mean. Like, there's no excuse.
That's not necessarily true. They lost to West Ham on the Wednesday, Tuesday.
And it's also about a bit of momentum. Like if you have put together a cup run.
No, I know that. I know. They should have definitely gone with the strongest.
I mean,
to be fair, a cup run and keep winning games, and then they go on. It was
an opportunity to progress as well.
Yeah, it was.
Especially they haven't one of their better seasons. This is one of the chances for a run.
What's that?
They did start like Bob, Smith Rowe, Rodrigo Muniz.
Like the team they played should have been good enough to beat Southampton, in my opinion.
The team they played should have been good enough to beat West Ham as well, but they've just lost twice 1-0 at home.
Yeah. So I think sometimes shit happens, and that's the wrong way around.
That is the wrong scoreline.
Port Vale beat Sunderland one day.
Yeah, sorry, lads.
Sunderland.
Yeah.
Shout out
huge,
Port
isn't it?
Vale.
By a Newcastle fan scoring as well. What a day he must have. Yeah, it was a Newcastle fan. He did a Shearer celebration across the length of the
Damn,
away thing.
You've qualified for the next round then?
Yeah.
I knew he was going to do that. Can we have happiness
57
anywhere?
places between Sunderland and Port Vale.
Yeah.
Port Vale-
By the way, that is like,
That's
as a
sick.
Newcastle fan, that is unbelievable for him. He must just be having the time of his life, just knowing for life he is the reason they went out. Sorry, I was just imagining it was me.
Yeah.
Port Vale at bottom of the league, 27 points after 32 games.
Yeah, they're so bad.
About 11 points away from staying up.
But this is the magic of the cup.
Yeah.
This is why the FA Cup shouldn't
But
be
then this is my
payable.
point. Like you're digging out silver, but like Sunderland played a pretty strong team, and they still went out. Like it
Yeah,
can
but
happen.
that happens. At least they put out a team that, like, on paper, should have fucking. Do you know what I mean?
You don't think?
But that is Tom's
Fulham,
argument. That
you
is
don't
Tom's
think Fulham
argument.
did? You don't think that Fulham team should have been good enough to win? Really?
I don't know.
I didn't realise this gets to the quarters. Shit, they're fucking in the quarters.
Yeah, that was
Like-
that was 5th round, wasn't it?
When's the
Wait,
draw?
when the draw's
Anderson,
tonight?
Sessegnon, Castagne, Reed, Kearney, Oscar Bob, Smith
It's all
Rowe,
their second string.
Chukwueze,
But they don't start.
Bet you
A lot of them
Anderson
do.
starts.
I
though.
bet
A lot
Arsenal
of
get
the
Port
players
Vale
don't.
in the draw, you know.
Smith Rowe, Bob,
Chukwueze.
Chukwueze, they're in and out the teams. Kearney's in and out the team
Yeah,
usually.
but they're not starters, though. Do you know what I mean? I know Anderson is, apart from his illness recently, but like they're not starters.
There's not one player in that Southampton team that would have got in the Fulham team. Other than mate.
He has got
Like,
Yeah.
So I think it's harsh to criticise. And then he made...
Also, Port
Then he
Vale.
brought on Jimenez, King, Iwobi. Admittedly, really late, but...
Also, Port Vale's priority is the league as well. The managers even said after the win, it's a bit of a pain in the arse.
That's a fucking
in the cup.
stinker for
Do they
Sunderland.
not get a lot of money for getting quarters, though?
Yeah, it's the first
It'll be
quarter
more
since
TV.
1954.
Yeah.
It's really good for them, but
So they're probably hoping for like an Arsenal.
Also,
loving
it's
it.
actually it's a bit of hope for him.
Yous are going to
in a
get them
bad
in the draw,
season.
man.
They will want an Arsenal or Man City.
Yeah, you're going to get...
100%.
It's already
100%.
written, Arsenal getting these.
Like Port Vale are down, so at least it's something for the fucking
They'll want
supporters to
Arsenal or Man
cheer.
City at home. That's what they want.
Are Stoke still in the cup?
no.
They're not, are they? That's who they would have wanted.
Leeds, are they? 3-0. Could have
Yeah.
been more. Longstaff with potentially goal of the weekend.
What
as well.
strike?
That was-
Yeah,
Great
what a
goal,
little
mate.
turn.
Great
It was
goal.
unreal.
Great
First
goal.
time Leeds have made the quarterfinal since 2002.
Is that where they lived the dream?
No, that was when the dream was over.
Ah,
There was just starting to die, the dream.
Yeah,
now,
that was
wasn't
when the
the
dream,
dream
was.
just ended. It's
just
turned into
follow
a
it down.
nightmare.
That's when the banks were knocking at the door, going, "Hey,
You are us.
this dream has gone
It's
too
a
far.
dream, yeah. You need to fucking wake up, son.
Now
So you-
fucking pay your debt."
So your last 8 of the cup are Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, Man City, Southampton, Port Vale, Leeds, and West Ham. Or
Oh my!
Brentford.
Do you know what? Give us some big draws. Get some big teams out there, and see if we can get a rogue winner. That's what I'm hoping for as a neutral.
Wait, so you're
anyways.
hoping that
I'm hoping
that Giants play Giants?
Yeah, I want to see like a
Liverpool,
story,
Chelsea,
man.
Arsenal, City sort of thing.
Yeah, Arsenal City would be fucking class.
Southampton, Port Vale.
For quarter final.
But I'm not gonna lie, like
would that not just imply that whoever moves on from those bigger teams is probably just going to beat the easy ones after?
Not necessarily. I mean, Birmingham.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean? Anyone has a chance in a final, mate.
Are you talking about when Bowden City won the FA Cup?
Yeah.
They've never won the FA Cup.
Yes.
League Cup.
League Cup.
Oh, but Fairy Martin's though.
Go on then, in one word, lads. Who's winning the FA Cup?
Arsenal.
Who'd you say was left?
It's not Newcastle.
Liverpool,
I know the
Arsenal,
domestic
Chelsea,
double was
Man
off,
City,
but-
Southampton,
Arsenal
Port
winning
Vale,
FA Cup.
Leeds, West Ham, or Brentford.
Well, the draw's tonight, isn't it?
Chelsea.
Oh, I was going to say Chelsea.
Arsenal.
I'll say someone else. Brentford. They're going to go all the way.
There we have it.
Who've Brentford got?
West Ham tonight.
Oh,
So
tonight.
by the time this comes out on audio,
It'd be hilarious if West Ham.
yeah.
if West Ham win and he's after he's just
The whole spiel about momentum.
Oh, shit, yeah. I should have went West Ham.
well, there you have it. There's the FA Cup roundup. You fucking motherfuckers.
Prem will be back next week.